What was ruined because of 9/11's? Quick airline travel. People would often show up 30 minutes or so before a flight and be able to board on time. Turn of the millennium optimism. Casually driving over the border from Canada. We used to go to the US all the time to buy stuff or just hang out. It was no big deal back then. You didn't even need it. You got more of a hassle coming back because the border guard wanted to catch you trying to bring stuff back without paying duty. Now it takes much longer unless you have Nexus. But kids, teenagers, don't usually have theirs. I don't think my kids will ever head down to go to the mall, for instance. Kinda sucks. The US feels more foreign now. National news coverage. The crawler only appeared during major events or simultaneous big stories. It never went away after 9/11. Watching The Lord of the Rings. You might notice that the destruction of the Barad-dûr, Sauron's tower, at the end isn't a particularly epic special effect. The thing kind of keels over sideways and then explodes. The Barad-dûr is a tall, thin tower nearly a mile high in Tolkien's world. The special effects team at Weta Workshop had its collapse all planned and modeled out and then realized with horror that it looked exactly like the collapse of the Twin Towers in New York. Remember that the final movie came out in 2003 and the SFX team were working of the effects in mid-2002, only months after the attack. Too soon for sure. So a guy named Gray Horsefield, great name, took home a workstation over the 2002 holiday break and reanimated the entire tower collapse. Himself said it didn't look so depressingly familiar. The final result looks fine as an effects shot, but it doesn't get much screen time and it's not particularly realistic. We can all see that it doesn't look realistic because unfortunately we've all seen what a tall tower looks like when it collapses. Catching joyride with the pilots in the jump seats. Oh, those were the days. Airports. We used to take $60 120 flights to Texas, Florida, California, Washington, New York, Nevada, etc. willy-nilly. In and out. Like going through a mall. Lots of people's birthday celebrations. Chuck Palahniuk's second novel, Survivor, wasn't made into a movie. Fight Club was a huge hit. But Survivor was skipped because the main character is basically telling his story while crashing a hijacked plane, which wasn't really appropriate after 9/11. So we got a movie adaptation of Choke instead, which has its merits, but was never going to translate well to the big screen. The episode of The Simpsons where they go to New York because Homer's car is parked on World Trade Plaza. It features the regrettable quote, "They stick all the jerks in Tower 1 inch." Freedom from fear. A lot of kids whose parents transitioned to a fear-based parenting style following 9/11 now employ that same style with their own children. And if you were in the DC area and had to deal with the sniper the following year, your parents went a special kind of crazy. Air travel, civil liberties, global perception of the US, and the Twin Towers. Our overall idea of Middle Eastern people. I once overheard two girls on a bus talking about this guy one of them was dating. They were joking, but it was also a bit sad. From the Middle East? What does he look like? Quote, "You can say he looks standard with a beard and all. OMG, are you dating a terrorist?" Laughs. My business. I had a small, struggling video production business making about $50,000 a year. But I had found a new partner and we were making the move into government contracting. I'm a Cherokee guy and we applied for 2 contracts to create health information materials for Native Americans in Southern and Northern California. It was 2001 and we knew we had a strong proposal. By coincidence it turned out my partner knew the woman at the state of California in charge of the award. She recognized the name of the woman as her roommate at Harvard in the 70s. My partner was an aggressive Mohawk woman. Very smart and also very profane. She called her and asked, "Hey, it's me. Did we get those contracts?" The lady said, "You know I can't tell you that." My partner said, "Goddamn, stop fucking around. Just tell me if we got the fucking contracts." Intimidated. The lady says, "Okay, you guys got the award for both the South and North. We will make the announcement and cut the first checks in 60 days. On September 19, 2001, the contracts totaled about $1 million. Anyway, within days after September 11th, all contracts with the state of CA were canceled. Like an idiot, I had given away my existing small contracts for my video production business because I thought my partner and I were going to get rich in governor contracts. I had a tough couple years but eventually pulled out of it. I never applied for another governor contract again. Visiting the cockpit as a passenger? Civil liberty, right to privacy because of the Patriot Act.
Digital privacy.
Travel became a lot more of a pain in the ass. That was the biggest difference pre and post 9/11 to someone's everyday life. Before 9/11 air travel was a breeze. I'm from Canada. And before 9/11 we didn't need passports to enter the US and vice versa. So cross-border travel was almost as easy as traveling from state to state.
9/12.
Country music.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.